Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Next Station London. Next Station London is a Wonder 4 player flip and write designed by Matthew Dunstan with art from Maxime Morin, if I'm pronouncing those correctly. It's also published by Blue Orange Games. In Next Station London, for whatever reason, the city of London has hired you, yes you, to redesign its underground. No pressure, maximize well. Let me show you how it plays. Okay, these are the components in Next Station London. You're gonna have a very thick pad of sheets that are all exactly the same and double-sided. Isn't that nice? You're gonna have 4 colored pencils. So blue, green, pink, and purple. Leave 11 station cards. 6 are going to be street cards, the blue ones, and then 5 are going to be underground cards. As stated earlier, the premise of the game is you've been hired by the City of London to redesign the London Underground, connecting the districts, crossing the Thames, and scoring points while doing it. Over here on the left side, we have the blue cards. Here are the 5 shared objectives. This shared objective wants you to connect all 9 stations in this central district here. As long as all 9 of them have a line going to them, you complete that one. This one wants you to have 8 stations that have 2 different lines going into them of 2 of the different 4 colors. This one wants you to cross the Thames at least 6 times. This one wants you to connect all 13 districts. Might be hard to see how the districts work. I'll pop it up on the screen. You can see the yellow lines. The larger ones are quite obvious, these 9, but then you're gonna have some in the corner. So you have 9 that you can kind of see, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And these districts just have 1 station in them. So this one wants you to reach all the districts. Doesn't mean every station, but you can't actually do that in the game. Just reach all the districts, meaning a station within that yellow boundary. This one means that you have touched or have all 5 tourist sites, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, having a train go into them, having them be connected to one of the 4 lines. The pencil powers are actually shuffled and then assigned to a pencil. How the game works is everybody would start off with a pencil color. So if I start off with pink, I would start here at this circle station here, and I'll be drawing the pink line connected going back to here. But I would start from here and then have it branch off. And if you do play with pencil powers, it just means that once they're shuffled up, each pencil color would receive a power and it would just go along with that pencil. So the game is played over 4 different rounds. You score each round in these columns here, and then when you're done with that round, the pencil and its power will go to the next player, and then you would receive another color pencil and the power that has been assigned to it. Randomly, you just shuffle them up. So this one means you get to draw to the same symbol again on your turn. You can use the pencil powers 1 time per round, which usually you just flip it over, meaning that you've used it. The only one of these cards that does not have a symbol on it, at least one, is the switch card, which means you're able, normally you are extending the individual line on one of the ends, the beginning or the end, based on what other symbols are available around it to draw from. Oh, to draw to, excuse me. This one, the switch card lets you just branch off from any one of the stations in that line, not just the ones on the ends. What this would do is say that whatever card has been flipped out that's available for everybody to play, you can use the switch card to draw to any station of that type anywhere on that line. I'll show you how that works in a second. This just means whatever card has come out is you can just turn it into a wild and make it be a square, triangle, pentagon, or a circle. And this one, I'll explain this in just a second. Let me explain how a round actually scores. So in the game, like I said, let's say I started off, let's say I was the purple here, and I'm starting off at this purple square. And how the game works is you would take all these cards and you would shuffle them up. And with the exception of the switch card, which means if this one comes out, as long as it's not on the first turn, it just means that the next card that comes out, you'll be able to draw 2 from anywhere in your line. As long as it doesn't come out too early, it's quite useful. It lets you just branch off, essentially, and not just draw and extend that individual line from the ends. You can extend it. You can branch off from anywhere, provided that symbol is available. So the game works as you shuffle these cards up. A round ends once all 5 pink cards have been revealed. So in a not so great round, all 5 cards might come out pretty soon, pretty early, and that's disappointing, but then it's equally disappointing for everybody. So no real advantage there. And all these sheets are exactly the same. So let's say this came out, and I'll just draw this one here. So let's say I'm starting off with purple. I could draw to any square station that is touching this. It might be hard to see, but there are dotted lines. So let's say I want to draw to this station here. So I would draw to that station. Other players they'll be starting with the green triangle here, the blue pentagon, and then the pink circle. So how the rounds really work are at the end of a round, once all 5 of the pink cards have come out, the round ends. That even if all the blue cards have come, once all 5 of these are out, that's it. So be careful. So how it works is based on how you've drawn that line. So let's say this purple line, let's count how many districts it's in. I have 5 stations in this one district, but I also go over here. So this purple line is only in 2 districts, I believe. Yeah, nope, 3. So this purple line goes here into this district. It's in this district, and well, 1, 2, 3. So basically, the purple line reaches 3 different districts. So I would write down 3 because purple line touched 3 different districts. So you multiply the number of districts that line has entered into or touches, multiplied by the district that has the most stations in it. So this district right here has 5 different stations purple line touches. So I'll multiply the number of districts by the district that has the most stations on that line. So 3 times 5, 15. Then every time you cross the Thames, you get 2 points. So I cross the Thames once, twice, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. No, 4. 1. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I crossed the Thames 4 times in that round. Meaning the purple line just went across the Thames. So, and every time you cross the Thames, you get 2 points. So 15 plus 8, 23. I scored 23 for that round. Not the best round, but that's okay. It's decent, if you will. So how this power-up works is if I had this power, what this power lets you do is you can circle a station in a district. So let's say I had 5 here. Let's say I had this power. I could just circle one of the stations in that district and count it twice. Instead of having 5, I'm counting this one twice because of this power, which this now means I have 6. So I'll multiply 3 times 6, 18. I will score more points. So this lets you just count a station in that line twice, which means it means your multiplier can increase, which is a nice advantage. So that's how that one works. That's also how scoring works. And as far as the sheet goes, at the end of the game, for every station that has 2 different lines going into it, you multiply those by 5. So in this particular game, I had 5 different stations that all had 2 different lines going into it. So that'll be 10 points. If you have, 2 times 5. If you have a station that has 3 different color lines going into it, these are all stations, you multiply how many you have by 5. And then if you have a station that has 4, means every line possible, green, blue, pink, purple. For every station that has all 4 different lines going into it, you multiply that by 9. I have yet to do that for reasons. Add all that up, and that's how you can score. Also, for every one of the Thurs spots that you reach, you would cross off a number. You would cross off one of these for every Thurs spot you reach, and then the number that's to the right of it is your score. So in this particular game, I got to all 5, but at the end of the game. So then I scored 8 points, and you write that 8 points right there. but you can really score a decent amount of points here because you count this every round. So you can touch tourist spots you've already been to with previous color stations, and then they're going to count again at the end of that round. So that can add up to be quite a bit. So that was Next Station London, and I say this with no hyperbole whatsoever. This is one of my favorite games ever. I cannot stop playing this game. Playing it with people, playing it solo. Next Station London, like I said, is one of my absolute favorite roll, flip, verb, and write game. It's a fantastic game. And my initial thought was, oh, all the sheets are the same. It's gonna get old, it's gonna get tired. No, oh no, it does not. I do find that I typically don't really want to play without the pencil powers or the objectives, but most of the games I do play don't have pencil powers. They typically do have the objectives though. But either way, I mean, it is, like I said, I played it the first couple times. I thought, this is fun, this is cool. I wonder if it's gonna get old or get stale because there's only one version. There's no, the stations aren't randomized, or the symbols aren't randomized. It's all the same. It does not matter. This game is fantastic. It's just so good, and it's so simple, yet it's so good. It's just gonna stay right here. The 6 cubes over here are sort of the roll and flip and right section. Next Station London is just gonna stay there like pretty much forever. It's just so good. I don't know. I know I sound like I'm just gushing all over because I am. Next Station London is fantastic. Go pick it up, enjoy it. It is on BGA, so if you want to try it before you inevitably should buy it, check it out there. Fantastic game. Yeah. Next Station London. All the thumbs enthusiastically and a big toe, as you can see, both big toes enthusiastically up. That's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and be blessed.